All right, welcome back to Two Spartans Discuss. I'm your host, Become Alpha. My co-host, Fil-Am, Fil-Fam, Destination Philippines. What up, brother?
How you doing, man? I'm doing great.
Well, I am doing great, but I'm a little sad today. I got some sad. I got some sad news to discuss. We lost one. We lost one. Andrew Tate has converted to Islam. Damn.
Yeah.
It makes me it makes me a little sad to hear that. I mean, I understand though. I understand why he did it on it, but you know what? We're just gonna let him speak and let him tell us why he did it. And he'll shed some light on that. And yeah, it's I didn't expect it. I mean, I it's one of those things that I think I expected it was gonna come, but not as fast. If that makes any sense.
I didn't expect it because for the last few months he's saying how he's a Christian and
but he's also been hinting Islam. He's been hinting at how much he admires Islam. So I guess I kind of knew, but let's listen to the tape, man.
Yeah.
What's your thought on Islam and everything? Because I know in the Quran and stuff, like you have up to 4 wives and stuff. So I've seen you talk about it a little bit, but I would like to know, like,
I think it's the last religion on the planet.
you think it's the right religion?
I think it's the last religion. So if it's the last true religion on the planet, then it has to be the correct one. Because I don't think
How is it the last one?
it's the last religion because no other religion has boundaries which they enforce. If you will tolerate everything, then you stand for nothing. If your book says X, but you refuse to say the book says this, I'm sticking to what the book says. Doesn't matter what the subject is, right? I don't want to get us banned. I think everyone can work it out. If you're a Christian, 99% of Christians are ignoring every single rule inside the Bible every single day.
Christians interpret the Bible, you're saying? Like they pick and choose what they want to
They'll try and say, I interpret it differently. I believe in God, but I don't believe in that part. That's not what the book says. It doesn't say ignore half of me. It says follow me. Only Muslims follow the book.
No, true.
They're the last religion.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit if Christians come along and say, I'm a Christian, Give a fuck. You ignore the Bible.
Well, isn't there a lot of Muslims that don't follow the Quran too, though?
I'm sure there's a lot of Muslims who don't completely follow the Quran. But I'm saying that if you were to go out there and try and find Muslims who live true to the Quran completely, you can find them.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna find
I think you can find Christians.
No, you're
Yeah.
I mean, not to even know this or any religion, but like, dude, you're not gonna find a Muslim slut. Like,
That's right. Still virgins at the age of 25 waiting for an arranged marriage.
Oh, yeah.
You will not find that under Christianity.
You can find some. Yeah, you can find a couple. But you're right. There's probably more Muslims that follow.
Christianity
More devout Muslims than devout.
Christianity has no power left. It's a power. Even the Pope is up here talking about. And I want to make this very, very clear. I'm not fucking anti anything. I'm not homophobic. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about what the book says. If the book says man and women lay together, and then the Pope is going to stand up now and say that you're a gay preacher. The book doesn't mean anything now. So the whole religion doesn't mean anything. So the rules don't mean anything. If you're tolerant of everything, you stand for nothing. The problem is with religion is that it naturally needs to be intolerant. For a religion to be a religion which is respected, it needs to be intolerant of certain things.
Yeah, but
you can't say we're a religion which tolerates everything. Now you have no belief systems.
But when was that book written,
It does, completely.
But the world evolves.
Completely. So Christianity has evolved into nothing. Islam hasn't. This is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is if you're going to take your own rules away, you can't stand up and say, this is a religion, these are our doctrines, but we tolerate everything, and we don't punish anyone for anything, and none of it really matters. Are you a Christian? Well, who the fuck isn't? Biggest hoe in the world's a Christian. Porn stars are Christians. Who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything. It's different with Islam. With Islam, you can't get away with it. Even if you're saying that there's some Islam sluts, etc., fine, that's cool. But people don't stand up and openly disrespect Islam because they're afraid. So once again, if you don't have rule systems and doctrines and beliefs and prophets which people are afraid to mock, are you even a religion? People won't disrespect Islam. Nobody will disrespect it because they're scared. Even in a Christian country,
What do you mean by disrespect?
I mean, disrespect it. Say something, disrespect it. You can walk around, if you could wear a T-shirt saying Jesus is gay.
Bruh.
Right here.
Bruh.
Christian country. And you will make it out of the country alive. I dare you to do the same thing with the Islamic Prophet. I dare you to do the same thing. You would make it out of a Christian country alive, an Islamic country alive. Even in Christian countries, you are not safe to do that. You do not disrespect their beliefs.
Yeah, disrespecting our lives.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, you don't.
Nobody does. So what I'm saying is, if they're the last religion on earth that people are afraid to disrespect, if their God is the last God on earth that people are afraid to disrespect, then he's the only God that matters. If every other God can be mocked, laughed at, put in video games, and fucking shot at, stupid shit, gay on TV shows, ha 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 ha. What kind of religion is that? It's a joke.
Yo, it's a good point, man. How come you're the
He's right. He's right. You know, they mock Jesus all the time. I mean, I used to be a fan of South Park, and you know what I mean, but they definitely mock Jesus in there.
Yeah.
And I remember there was an episode of Family Guy where they were going to put a drawing image of Muhammad in an episode, but they blotted it out because they were getting threats.
You know what? Andrew Tate? Somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Yeah.
You know, they won't say it in the pulpit. They won't say it, Main Street. Somebody had to say it,
And I've been thinking all those same things for the past year, especially when I started seeing the leftists invading our churches and intruding in our sanctuaries and worship services. I was saying the same thing, like, this is ridiculous. They would never dare do this in a mosque because they wouldn't make it out alive.
Well, the whole Roe versus Wade thing, I mean, it was an adulterous man who doesn't go to church, doesn't read the Bible, who really doesn't even consider himself a Christian, who did more for Christianity and Bible teachings than anybody else that I know that calls himself a Christian. If it wasn't for Trump, I mean, we would still be doing, So what are we doing? It's like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Huh? And this is going to be a trend. This is I think we're going to lose an entire generation of men, and boys to Islam. And you know what? We deserve it. The church deserves it because it's nothing but weakness, weak men filling up the churches. The churches are full of nothing but single mothers. I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but it's just nothing but single mothers and women.
Or old obese men.
Yeah, old obese, weak men.
Yeah.
So what's the study is like 80% of all church boards are all women.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, look it up.
Wow.
And it's more and more all this or this organization like Christian organizations, they're all women based. They're all women, women of power, women of empowerment, women this is like because guys are checked out.
Yeah, I definitely believe that Christians have become way too passive, way too tolerant. I don't think in like a lot of Orthodox Christian countries, I don't think they have the same type of behavior that we do here in the States.
Oh, no.
I think that we're really just trying to portray the love of Jesus, but we're still not saying no, you can't do this.
The love of Jesus was saying no. I think
you're right.
Jesus' entire thing was saying no.
Yeah.
No. Hey, you, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, look at it. All he's saying is no. I mean, he got to a point where he's like being sarcastical and insulted to even his own, his followers. It's like, it's like, am I not your God? Like what? Like, brah.
Yeah.
It's like, and then when he has, God teaches us to pray, and he gave him a little prayer, and he's like, it's like, is that what? So you think you just got to recite that, and that's it? Like he mocks, uply mocks. Like, what are you doing? No, there's no easy route. There's no easy button. There's no hack.
Yeah.
But that's what we live in. That's what Christianity has become.
Yeah.
We're trying to hack it, and Islam's like, no. It's like, this is what we believe, and I'll die for it.
And they'll kill for it too.
Yeah.
And I admire that aspect from Islam and Muslims, that they're so zealous. I wish we would adopt more. I mean, I'm not saying going out and fighting and killing and stuff, but I wish we would adopt some of the, the same strict adherence to our beliefs.
Well, we're supposed in the New Testament, we're supposed to do that. I mean, we're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That's what it says. It's written on there, but you actually have to read it.
Yeah.
But people are like, oh, words, and it's like pages. Yeah. And, I'd rather be on social media and get fat and look at TV. Yeah, because men are not like leaders in their homes anymore. They're fat. And they're fat and lazy. They're becoming incels. They're just pathetic. And to be quite honest,
beta.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Just betas. I know I was there. They're full of porn and in their minds on there. And then really the only true religion out there who's actually going hell no about the epidemic we see on porn is Islam. They're like, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not doing the whole porn thing. Nope. They don't want to say, no, I don't want all that crap, And we see a little bit of that on the Russian Orthodox Church, the Christian church on it.
Yeah.
They lash out and going, you know what? We don't want your West influencing our Christianity.
Yeah.
On there. They're like, we're done. People are like, oh, look at them being all Bible and we should follow it. Russians.
Yeah.
They're so bad. Russians. It's like, it's just, we're supposed to be one, holy Catholic church.
Yeah. I think a big indicator of the decline of our adherence to our beliefs is when, they started flying the rainbow flag over the Vatican. Oh, I think that's way no.
I think it started, back in World War II when the Vatican was like, you know what, Hitler, not so bad.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Yeah. That's when we're like, well, that's when the Pope and everybody else was like, oh, there's bullets involved. I don't want to be a martyr,
Yeah.
Because if that was backwards, somebody was doing a jihad or a Holocaust against Islamic people, bruh.
Yeah.
Everybody be like, you didn't see Hitler trying to take, kill off all the, trying to invade and destroy all the, of Islam. They wouldn't be able to because they will all band together. Muslims will come out of the woodwork. Yeah. They'll be coming out of the woodwork going, okay, where do I enlist? I'm like, excuse me, you're going to do what now? No, because you shoot one, you have to kill all of them. You have to kill all of them. There's
all of them.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's one of the reasons I admire Islam for that. And it's just, I think a lot of people that say they're Christians or, say, oh yeah, I believe in Jesus. I don't believe that they're truly saved.
No.
Well, I don't believe that they're really born again.
Yeah. Well, what does the Bible says? A lot of you will say, my God, my God, my God. And I'll
but
say,
I never knew you.
Ooh, powerful stuff.
Yeah.
When you read that Bible, when you read that word,
yeah.
When you start really understanding what he says, sometimes you have to sell your cloak and buy a sword.
Yeah. Well, for years, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but dude, I wasn't saved. When I got for real saved, that's when I got born again. That's
that conviction,
when the real change happened.
That conviction, that fire.
Yeah. Well, also too, I began to understand the Bible. I understood the word. Things became clear. Oh, wow. Because I was receiving, my spirit was born again, and I started receiving spiritual revelation of Scripture. And there's a big difference, dude.
When you start separating yourself from the world, you start cutting off the world.
Yeah.
You start to be able to listen to God. Yeah. Be able to understand, be like, oh, wow. And now you're watching, from the outside in. That's what Islam is all about. Reject everything.
Yep.
Reject everything. And they do. They reject everything, reject the world.
Yeah.
And like the world, the approach of the world's going to hate you anyways. So,
You might as well do it right if everybody's
Right?
going to hate you.
The world will always hate you no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Andrew Tate is gravitating to that because it's like the world hates me. Anyways, Christians hate me, and I'm I did things. He was more of a Christian than a lot of Christians. You know.
Yeah.
He prayed. He read the Bible. Honestly, like he makes fun of the fact that his brother is really not a Christian, but
right.
he would be the one at the house reading the Bible and stuff. Praying, kind of meditating on it. His brother would be out having affairs, and he's the one who gets all the heat. It's like I'm at home. It's my brother who's sleeping with somebody's wife. Go tag him. Go tag him.
Yeah.
No, because when you're on that righteous lifestyle, man, you're gonna get attacked.
Right.
But I think he just. I mean, people get tired of just being attacked. People get tired. Yeah. People are like, But I understand that God is my rescue.
Yeah.
But we do have a community. We don't have Christians don't even have a community anymore.
Very diminished
because men are weak. Men are pathetic and they're fat. But over there, at least he's got the consolation of, at least I'm still believing in the same Judeo God. The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Joseph, the God of David. Yeah. But rejecting Jesus as not just prophet, but as the Savior, incarnation of God, of Him being God, of the Word of God made flesh.
Yeah.
I think that's what, because my conviction, my understanding, my really understanding of the Bible, Scripture, and God goes beyond of whatever the church is doing.
Yeah. It's just there's just too many deviations from the Word. There's too many deviations in our behavior, because also, if you tell somebody you're a Christian, they immediately put you under the microscope.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, immediately. Tell somebody you read the second I was say, hey, what do you do for fun? It's like, hey, do you want to go out club or drink? And I'm like, nah, I don't drink, man. I'm good. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, wait, what do you mean yelling at me? There's plenty of people that don't drink. I just don't drink. I let it go that a long time ago. Say,
yeah.
What do you do for fun? I read the Bible at the house. Man, come on now, like for fun. That's fun. The Bible is savage. The Bible is savage. The story of David, he's savage.
Yeah.
And then I start now. Nobody, it kind of puts me on like, at arm's length. Don't want me around. Like, and I'm okay. God says that when you stand in righteousness, He will separate you from the world. And say, okay, well, God, send me the people you want me to be around. And you know what? He does. And then you start a podcast with him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, dude, like you and I immediately clicked up, dude.
Yeah. Immediately start happening. God's like, I got you. Don't worry about it. Just chill.
Yeah.
Chill. That's going to happen. Chill. And
I think nowadays, not only men, but Christian men need to stand strong together, and we need to be good examples. Like, that's why I say in one of my videos, I really am working on my cussing, because like you said, if you tell somebody that you're reading the Bible and then they hear you cuss, they're like, oh, they label you a religious hypocrite. But it's like, I'm still human.
Yeah.
I still make mistakes. I have my God's forgiveness, and I also have my spirit inside telling me, you need to watch that. I get that conviction,
and I understand. I was in the military, man. It is really hard, to let go of that. I need to work on that. I guard my mouth, my ears, and my eyes.
Yeah, because everything that we come into contact with, especially nowadays, dude, it's all poison.
Yeah,
it's all poison for the soul. I mean, you listen to any rap song, almost, it's nothing but poison for your brain.
Oh, the stuff that's coming out now, it is. What was it? There was a video, some dude who's having anal with the devil.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Yep, Lil Nas
I'm like,
X.
what is going on? And Lizzo and all this disgustingness. It's like weakness.
Yeah.
Weakness, weak man, weak, pathetic excuse. It's like Christianity is a joke.
Yeah.
Have him do a same thing with Muhammad. He will literally have to
He'll
live
be dead by the end of the
bunker.
day.
Yeah, he'll have to live in a bunker for the rest of his life.
Yep.
Because if he'll get out, he will be murdered.
Yep.
And not even that. Now the record labels will ever publish that. They wouldn't do it.
Right.
And it's true. It's true. It's like Christianity is a laughingstock, and it's the joke of the world.
Yeah. But like guys like you and me, we need to take our physicality very seriously, I think, because as Christian men, we need to be like, hey, look, we're fighters too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's no strong man. Like, they're fat. You know, Christian men are fat, lazy, and in the churches and everything. They're not leaders. They can't lead themselves out of Papa John's. They think they're going to lead their families.
No.
No. They're not. There's no drive. There's no sense of anything. It's
well,
just,
also too, you know, it's deviation from God's original intent for man.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. We're supposed to, you know, spread his word with conviction. You know what I mean? Not saying going around being bullies, but we need to be those examples that, man, oh, this guy's a Christian. He spends hours biking. He spends hours working out. He spends a lot of time watching his diet. We need to take care of our temple. We need to be physical specimens.
He reads.
Yeah, that too.
He keeps his mind. You know, he's not on social media. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't watch TV all the time. You know, I mean, it's you're right about everything. Yeah, it's you know, our entire walk should be a representation of our faith.
Yeah. And like in one of my videos, I mentioned, you know, after I hooked up with my ex the last time, I declared a vow of celibacy until I'm married. Because, you know, I can't go around saying I'm a Christian, I want to do God's work, while I'm getting nookie on the side. I can't do it anymore.
Oh, man. Some good nookie,
you know,
though.
That felt like a burden on my shoulders because, you know, I'd hook up with my girl or even when we're dating, and I know we're not supposed to be doing it. And it just kind of just cancels out any other good works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like two horses pulling against each other, you know, tied together, walking away. I'm staying stagnant. I'm not growing forward. I'm not getting stronger in certain areas where I know I need to be. And I think that a lot of Christians just
preach it.
And like I said, you know, I've talked to you in these podcasts before. I want to be a good example. I want to do good. I want to show people, hey, look, you got to stick to your convictions or you will just submit and you will just, you know, succumb to laziness and just the easy way. You know, our path is narrow. It's a hard line to walk.
It's not a faith for everybody. People think that it's not. It's not a faith for everybody. Christianity, there's not a faith for everybody. Yeah. And what is that? There's like a quote, like somebody without conviction. If you don't have conviction, you don't have anything. You know. Yeah. Without conviction, what are you? You know.
A feather in the wind.
Exactly. You're like a boat without a rudder. You don't have any conviction. You have a conviction. You don't stand for anything. If you stand for nothing, you
fall
will be
for
nothing.
Anything.
Yeah. You got to stand for something.
Yeah, dude. And that's what, like, just with this whole Spartan challenge, with this whole reset of my mind frame that I had just 3 or 4 months ago, I want to be a steady, strong pillar, like, you know, like a marble pillar that stands high, that can hold a lot of weight. And then when I go to Philippines and become a family man and be a father, I want to be the strong foundation that I can carry all my family on. And I want to do it in God's name. I know I have work to do. There's too many coincidences, and in this life there is no coincidence. Exactly. It's all a plan.
Yeah. Now, when you walk with God, there are no coincidences. There's just there's a path He puts you on, and then it's up to you to follow it.
You know, I pray a lot of times. When I pray, I'm like, you know, I'm on your potter's wheel. Mold me into what you need me to be. I want to be your. You know, if I got to be a sword, I'll be a sword, dude. I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, and people don't understand that part. As He's molding you, it's a hard process. You know, when you're molding clay, it's tough. It's going to take tribulation.
It wobble. Like when it's on the wheel, it moves around and stuff, and you have to stay steady. I need Him to keep me steady. You know, I always tell Him, hey, look, you know I'm a bonehead. You give me clear, blatant instructions, and I will do my best. And He does. He does.
But, yeah, we'll see how I think it's going to be a bigger trend. We're going to start seeing a lot of videos of men, saying Andrew Tate convinced me to join Islam, or I joined Islam because of Andrew Tate. It's going to be a lot of young men.
Yeah.
Just watch for it. It's going to be in the next couple of months. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge wave to Islam. And I think I think it's going to spread to grown men. It's going to be see a lot of people in their 30s just start going, yeah, I don't want this. They're going to look around the church and be like, bye. I don't want this. I mean,
Islam, it's appealing because you see the strength, you see the discipline, you see the self-mastery, you see the obedience, you see the strict adherence to the guidelines laid out in their holy scriptures. And with us, we're just, we can hang up a rainbow flag on the church. It's okay.
Yeah. We could have a drag show.
Yeah.
At the church. We could reinvent the Apostles' Creed into the LGBTQ plus creed.
Yeah. We can call God she.
Yeah. We can call God they, them, or whatever.
No. I'm standing up for that. Like a part of my channel is to stand up against the woke left. I believe it's an absolute deviation. I believe it's absolutely evil. And that's why I don't adhere. That's why I could never conform to Islam or ever convert, because the left supports Islam out of fear or whatever. But whatever the issue is, they're good. And whatever they support, dude, whatever they push, whatever they are trying to propagate or give approval of, you can automatically determine it's evil. It is from the devil. It is the corruption of God's ultimate creation, which is man. Everything they're doing, dude. And, from the drag shows, the surgeries, the child indoctrination, and along with that, they support Islam. It's too much of a connection. That's why I could never convert. That's why I will stand strong for my faith from now on. And literally,
and you know what? And this is the part of me that is controversial on it. I will stand with them when against sexual deviation, like they do. They always talk about they're against porn and all these other evils on it, and I will stand with them as an ally on those things.
Yeah. But
I will not bow down. I will not declare that Jesus is not God. He's
My
not
Lord.
the Word. He is the Word. He was at the beginning. There was God. God, was the Word, and the Word was with God. So that is what I stand for on there. But I just hope to see. Hopefully, it wasn't a stunt by Andrew Tate. I still watch him. Doesn't seem to be that type. But yes, it's a. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks and months on it. I think it's gonna be a huge wave, man. It's gonna be a huge wave. I think it's gonna take this country by storm. Only because men are tired of being weak. Men want to embrace their masculinity, especially kids, especially young adults. They want to embrace masculinity. They want to feel strong, and they just tired of being raised by women and femininity.
Yep.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit the like, subscribe button, comment below what you guys think about this on it. Again, I will have Fil-Fam's channel. There'll be a card, links everywhere for him. Go follow him on there, and then we will see you next time.
Everybody